Right now, there's no indication that the shooting was actually related to the event. It may turn out to be that case as law enforcement gathers information, but law enforcement is providing information in real time as it's coming out. I'll give you the latest verbatim what they said. This is short, but this is the latest that they know. They say that shots were fired west of Union Station near a garage and multiple people were struck. We took 2 armed people into custody for more investigation. So again, no indication right now that they were targeting this crowd. They did indicate the 2 people taken into custody. We don't know if this was some type of shooting between 2 parties or if they indeed were, trying to target victims. But that is important to point out. We've seen a number of incidents that all 3 of us have covered over the years with active shooter events where they actually will target a crowd. Right now, no indication that that is the case, but they have 2 people that are in custody. They say that multiple people were, quote, struck. And then you can only imagine in an event like this where you have people who are fleeing in this chaotic situation, the number of potential additional injuries there as people were trying to get away from the sound of gunfire. So a lot for authorities to handle there on the ground. We see on some of our imagery here just this massive police presence that was already on site due to this celebration post-Super Bowl. And some of the imagery we saw, you saw officers with their service weapons drawn, doing what are called clearing operations, clearing potential areas. There was one video where they're going down a stairwell with their guns drawn. All of that is try to ensure that there is no longer a threat that is ongoing. And of course, in a situation like this that is so chaotic, you want to ensure that there aren't people who are fleeing and maybe hiding or may have been injured that need attention. And so a lot of work for law enforcement still to be done. But with these 2 people in custody now, assuming that they can speak to these people, that they can interview them, we know in past incidents, sometimes when law enforcement says that someone is in custody or apprehended, that doesn't necessarily mean that that person is in a state where they can actually be interviewed. But if they are, that would glean important information for authorities to quickly rule out whether this was indeed some kind of targeted incident or whether this was an exchange of gunfire between 2 individual parties.